Welcome back to my channel. I put ink all over my hands. I don't even know how I did that. This video is gonna cover daily. What dailies look like, what mine look like, some ideas. It's specifically for my sissy, Liz Plans Magic on Instagram. She was just like, Monique, help. And I'm like, you ain't said nothing but one word. One word. I love when people ask for help. So I gotta put my fan on. I'm sorry if it makes it sounds. If you've watched my prior video, I just don't want to get this on my leather. I said what I was gonna do in a nutshell. The top three: wash day, Aldi, and YouTube homeschool. I did nothing. Nothing. But I went over here and I told myself, unpack, do the laundry, dispute the vet charge, mani-pedi, wash day. I'm going nowhere. I'm going nowhere today. So I migrated those. I wanted to do a flip of a daily in my past. Oh, that's Erin. Everybody say hi to Erin. In my past ones. So I do them differently. I have a chaotic brain. I lack the time management skill. I am easily distracted, and I have a brain that also has the push and pull of repetition and routine. And then it's just Squirrel City. So as you can see, I wrote that. Hub says he's going to go to Aldi to get this. I kind of live on a chaos basically for my dailies. I really do. But my dailies also hold gratitude, weather, dinner, journaling. So these type of dailies, Liz, I'm not sure you could ever get something like this. She described her life to me. I kind of know the way her life is. So I'm going to find a blank page. Let's do here. I never even finished anything for like my members. Goodness. And let's flip it on its back because it's got a hump in its back. Okay, Liz, you said that your mornings are pure chaos. Okay? You can't plan in the morning. So your biggest thing is to plan in the evening. You've got to plan in the evening, maybe when they go to bed. Let's use a pen that won't, you know. So if I were you, and like when I was working, I would make a schedule, a loose schedule to follow. Oh, this is not a ruler. It's a bookmark, by the way. Say you leave work. I hope this is not too... Let's see if I can turn this light on. Hold on. Maybe? So let's say your day gets started at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Always start your daily when your day gets started. This is just shit right here. I need a ruler. Oh my gosh, there's one right in front of me. Get your freaking life. Okay? We're just going to say Monday, September 15th. Let's say you're doing this tonight for tomorrow. You know, you're like, okay, I've got to wake up. I've got to get my ass dressed. And then during that time frame, what do you need to do? So it's like, okay, I need to wake up and get dressed. So I need to make sure I hydrate and like I take down the meat. So thaw the meat for the dinner because you're going to work, or put the crock pot on, something, okay? Or you want to exercise, something like that. Then you know, like this time frame, get the kids out the house. How am I going to do that? Okay, well then I need to make lunches. I need to give vitamins. I need to check their school folders. See if they have anything. So I'm thinking in terms of they're going to school, what am I going to need to do? Is there anything I need to sign? You know what I mean? check my email real quick. What if the teacher like sent me something and, whatever, in the middle of the night? I don't know. Teachers work in the middle of the night too. So then let's say your work day is 9 to 5. Let's just pretend. I know you work nights too sometimes. So if you work nights, then shift it. Shift your time frames to, don't let your dailies be every single day from 5 to 5. What if that's not what it is? Maybe you need something that you're brain dumping each day. Get a notebook. You use the weeks. Get an additional notebook. Let this be completely dailies. So you can chicken scratch, but let them be, a daily. So say you're like, okay, I'm at work. Well then shit, I need to make sure I'm at lunch. So say at lunch, you brought your lunch, you're in your office, you didn't make the wretched phone calls or the emails. Okay, and during this time, I'm going to pray, I'm going to journal. I'm going to do stuff for my mental health because I know you are somewhat you're a counselor, right? I believe you're a counselor. So, for children. So, sis. So you've got to do something here to take care of you. Journal, pray, plan. I don't care. On my lunch breaks at work, when I was working, I would make content. I would film video. I had an office. I closed the door. I would go to my car. Or get out of the office, get out of that room, do something. And then say, I don't know, maybe somebody is picking up the kids here. And maybe it's not you, maybe it's Hubs. So then you need to make a list of what that looks like for Hubs until you get home. So Hubs, he knows that he needs to empty out the lunch boxes, right? He needs to get a handle on dinner. Say you're making arroz con pollo. Tell him, start the rice, or start the chicken, whatever, until I get home. And that way, if you talk to him and he's on the way, you have a little area. Okay, baby, I gotta do this. Honey, do this. So you map it out in the night according to the flow of your day. And then let's just say, oh my shiz, I gotta buy shit. I gotta buy bread. I gotta buy cheese. I gotta buy milk. I gotta buy whatever for the kids and shit. Plant that on that day. Bring this back out. Constantly look at it. If you need day on 2 pages and you're like, man, I need a journal. I need to journal this shit right here on my day on 2 pages. Man, I need a scripture right here because Padre, oh gosh, Galatians 5:22, right? You've got to use your dailies as your main hub. For me, it is a main hub. Like it is where I'm going to go and I'm going to look at my brain dump as well. I also incorporated a new thing where I'm giving myself bullet journal pages, like brain dump pages, empty pages, in addition to my brain dump, in addition to my today. Maybe the Hobonichi Weeks is your yearly, but you also need to use something that is going to work with who you are. So for me, I've got to write my dailies. Look, I need repetition. I need repetition on my days. I need to have a loose schedule so I can hypothetically branch out the day of what it needs to maybe look like. I'll put appointments, color code some of your things. Make it easy. Make the kids, because you got your children, so make the kids, I don't know, blue. Make Hubs yellow, or the house and Hubs yellow, and you're pink. I don't know. Everybody else is a yellow or beige and they're miscellaneous. Or even get very simple. Everybody in that house is pink. Everybody, the kids, the dogs, the husband, yourself, whatever. You know that when you look at that pink, you're like, dang, that's house stuff. Blue is work. You know what I mean? Make it really simple. So a simple color code, in my opinion. And then in your day, if you feel you want, to me, it's essential to journal. Look, I did not want to be around people today. That's the reason why I didn't go out. Okay? I've been in my head. So I've been overthinking. And I've been overthinking like, oh my gosh, that same rhetoric of, you're not a good mom, she's not in school, she's behind, you're huevona, you're lazy, you're staying on the couch, like how come you're doing this, your brain is that. So I've got to like, okay, that's where I got to go to my here. And I'm not sad. I'm not mad. I'm not meh. I'm definitely fearful, anxious. I'm not depressed. I'm overwhelmed and overstimulated. Definitely overthinking. Did I nap today? No. If this keeps going, it'll fall into depression for me. So then in my days, I'm going to want to look back at my days, and I need to a whole holistic thing of what it looks like. So let's go back and look at some of these days for the first week. Yeah, this is the first week. So to-do list, I always morning, afternoon, evening. Like, I don't know, I need day on 2 pages. I cannot function in one. If the page is huge, like that B5, I can function in one. Okay, like this huge. Like I'm going to an A5 sim next month. I still won't function in one. No. I need that. I need to core something. Gratitude. Isaacson, Austin. Isaac said he's staying. I went to go to sleep early because you have an ENT. Track hub stuff. Like I've got multiple people that I have to look at. And so I've got a color code for my family members. So if I were you, I would loosely go and find the page that you were writing on. Oh, somebody please, won't you help me? Where did it go? Oh my gosh. These are all, okay, got it. Oh, right here, remember. Okay. Repetition, loose schedule, color code, stickers. I'm sorry. I know people are like, what, Monique? Functional stickers. They help. So if you go, where's my stickers? Okay, let's use Happy Planner because they're right here. If you go and you get like the mom one, it has all kinds of stuff. Look, you can, if you wanted to like put down freaking stickers because you want it to be like really nice and really categorized and I don't know, whatever, you can do that. All right. Create something today. Boom. This is wellness. So that's like, I'm going to put that down here when I get off. I'm going to put it over here. What am I grateful for? Man, today was a busy day. And then over here on this second page, I'm going to put like this because this shit's very important. Obviously, I need to put something there. So it's not a lot of stickers, but it's categorizing something. It's giving you something like, what are you thankful for? What am I? You know, maybe I should read my Bible study. Maybe I should pray and journal. Always account for yourself on your dailies, gals. I don't even know why we're not. Like, when I made my system, I made it in mind. I was literally leaving my job as an HR manager to come home and full time with my daughter. Okay. And I was like, holy mother of, how am I going to do this? Because I'm used to talking to people. I'm used to like performance reviews, you know, like interviews, recruitment, you know, just HRIS issues, payroll issues, like, you know, all the stuff. I was heavy HR generalist and then also HR manager. So those two always intertwine. Then I was going into the business partner where it's operations, and y'all, I was in that mindset. So how was I supposed to, on top of like all my other quirks that I had, on top of all that, like I was operating at a deficit. And so when I made my system, I was like, home slice, you are going to start your week and you're going to start it faith, mental, and all that stuff first. So if I went to work, I'll take this and do my morning pages, prayers, devotion notes, and scriptures. That's going to be first. I'm going to track my food because I want to know what the hell's going on. And then after all that, then there's the homeschool, the brain dump, the weeklies, and the dailies. But I was very strategic with putting mental health first. So sis, you've got to. I heard you say that your dailies are not working. You need some inspiration, man. Use them stickers. Like, look, she's kind of eating. She's at her desk. Look at her. Look at how cute she is. This is you at your desk right here to remind you to create something. So if you're doing like something the night before, obviously you're going to make it a lot cuter. I don't know. I was writing really chicken scratch. You know, if you see blocks of times, I need something there. I'm sorry. I don't like white space. A lot of people, they can function like that. You know, do some kind of encouragement. Note to self. Like, this is a really good book now that I'm looking at it. It's got quotes. It's got headers. It's got, oh my gosh, daily reminders. I am capable. I am amazing. I'm capable. Positivity is a choice. I celebrate my individuality. I'm prepared to succeed. Friends, me time, what? Right? I'm gonna go down here and be like, this is what I'm gonna do tonight for me. This was always for me at the bottom. You know, I don't know what that bitch is gonna do tonight, but she's gonna do something supposedly, okay? And then, oh my gosh, look at this. This is what today was. So get one book. If you're not a sticker queen, get one book and you're like, and work off of that book. There's some girl, Ashley. She would like spin the book for the month and go off of that one book for the whole month. I think it was the whole month. So all in all, repetition, loose schedule, color code. Yeah, memory keep if you want, but add yourself. Add yourself and add your mental health. Add your mental health. Sis, if you're not adding your mental health, how the hell are you going to do anything for any of your kids or your husband or these kids that you talk to at work? Please tell me. Maybe you want to do this here. Get up really early. I'm at home and I get up about 6:30, 7:30 because I know Sophia's not going to get up to around 10. I need all those hours. I need to be able to film. I need to be able to have my coffee. I need to have my bar. I need to have workout. I need to do something for me or I'm going bat shit crazy up in this piece. You know what I'm saying? Look at me trying to give myself my own encouragement. What? So some of these dailies back here and things, you know, look at this. It's crazy. This was her birthday. I went all out, balls to the walls. We went some. Hubs wanted me to remember this. Like my son got me some flowers. Isaac's got his allergy shot. Like we went out. Can't sabe qué. Sometimes I'll tip in a girl or a page so I can have more. I can have more space. But now that I'm going to go into an A5 Slim this next month, I'm going to have more space. But I guarantee you I will fill that hole up. Excuse my language. I just will. I just know me. I just will. Wait. I took her out of its cover. So I really hope that helps. I mean, it kind of helped me, kind of. I think a lot of people out of their dailies, they lose the holistic part of, if I'm not going to get this done, I'm going to do my top threes, which is what I did here. What is in dire need this day? For myself, for my family, for something, like what is dire need? I did the laundry. I did her wash hair. No, but I prepped her hair for wash. I put her oil in. I prepped her scalp. I put the scalp oil in there. I took down her braids. I combed it all the way through. I put it in chongo. And now when I'm going to start the process of washing her hair, it's a whole hour-and-a-half process. I do once a week. I take that time to talk with her. We talk about everything. We talk about life skills. We talk about self-esteem. We talk about, I have the counselor mentality myself too, because I too got my degree in counseling. So I'm like, I've always in that way. So I didn't like fail. I just got to be able to look at some of the stuff that I did intrinsically to contribute to my home, my daughter, myself, and all that. You know, Hubs is going to Aldi. Delegate. If I didn't learn anything when I was in my my associate's degree, because I didn't go to like a brick and mortar 4-year degree because, you know, we had children's up in this piece. So delegate. I had so many administrative assistants. They were amazing. But prior to that, I won't lie, I didn't. I did it all because I told myself, you're going to do it. You have to do it. In my culture, you got to do it, or you're lazy, or you're frowned upon, or your mother-in-law's looking at you nuts. Like, what's going on? How come you're not taking care of your house? Like, I don't know. Build a support system. Obviously, you know, you have one, but make lists. Still keep your Post-its. Don't take away the Post-its. I heard you say you do a lot of Post-its. Keep them. Put them on your day. And that is what's going to give you the really lived in, worked in, like all the stuff. When you go back, you're like, oh, look at what happened. Look what happened. I use a lot of stuff. You saw, if you don't remember, on the morning, I did breakdown. Because these pages were like homeschool and didn't work. These pages were like, what did I do last week? Oh, let me look. These pages were, Patreon and YouTube didn't work. Look at, I just wasted a whole bunch of space because I ended up going back into more brain dump. I use these pages for something that I know I'm not going to do now. I want to kind of do today. This is like my safety blanket. You're not ever taking this away. I don't care if this is written over and over again. I'm pretty sure you saw the doorway curtain like at the beginning of the book, probably last week and last month's book. I'm not taking this out. That is a habit. I need a little place to remind me of where I got to put stuff. I need a place to remind me what I maybe need to do in categories. I need my to-dos that's going to, have right here. I need to make sure I took my meds. And if I cross it off, I know I took my meds. I've got to see some type of achievement in my day. At least, 3. I've got to see some type of achievement, or I'm going to be like, really? You did it again? And then I'm going to start talking to myself crazy. I mean, I'm probably still going to talk to myself crazy because that's just how this brain works. But at least, oh, look at this. There's a little girl. She's on the swings. Is she coming off? Look at it for tomorrow. I mean, there's supposed to be a play date tomorrow, but I don't know, guys. I'm telling you, it's hard out here. So I hope this helps, sis. I love you. Message me, and I'll talk to you later. God bless you guys.